Hey guys, I, if you guys have a little bit of land, this machine, you can't see it, but it's a 72-inch gas Ferris. Nice machine. Really mowed about 5 acres in about a half hour. Ah, I love that machine. That machine is fantastic. But that's not why I decided I'd film this walking across here with some good old 3M Super 77 and my headphones after I got done mowing. I was thinking, hey, I was watching a video last night about a guy and he was saying, in 2024, do you need, turn on the lights in here, do you need an air compressor? Well, I think I'm going to say it depends. Turn on this light. Don't you love that answer? It depends. That's kind of like when your mom said, we'll see. It was a non-answer. Hated that shit. Anyway, I'm going to say it depends really on, get in there, what you're doing. If you're doing what I'm doing, even I'll say doing what I'm doing, do you need a big old honking air compressor? It's not the way it used to be, where air tools ruled and you really had to have an air compressor. When he gets a cookie, sit. What do you want? That's right. You don't have to have an air compressor anymore. That's the question. Well, I think you still need some form of air compressor. I do have, I'll show you here, I do have more than my fair share of battery tools. And some of them are over there on the cart where I'm putting together, fixing, making run again. The very first motorcycle, very first new motorcycle I ever bought. So, bought it brand spanking new in 1987. Newly married, been married about 2 years. Bought a brand new motorcycle and was living in Lawrence at the time. Rode this little thing back and forth down K10. K10 was a new highway back in. And great little machine. Great little machine. Currently has that many miles on it. All put on there by yours truly. But anyway, I digress. Do you need a air compressor in this day and age? Yeah, I think so. Even if you have a load, there's my wheel there. Even if you have a load of battery powered tools, there is still a need for an air compressor. Mine I have put up here. Not going to go all the way up because there's no need to. Mine is kind of a medium-sized one. I had a bigger one than this, had it for 20 years, and it finally played out, and I was in that same thing. Do I really need a big old air compressor anymore? And it was, no, I don't really think I do. If I decide to paint again, this will paint just fine. A couple times I run, air eating tools. It can't keep up. It will not keep up. There's Remington waiting for me to come back down. And so it's not, doesn't have the beans to keep up with what I have now. With like air eating tools like grinders and things like this stuff here. You use that for any length of time and you're gonna exceed its capability. But as far as air ratchets, impacts, to tell you the truth, I can't even tell you the last time I used one. I can't tell you the last time I used an air ratchet or an impact. I've got a little 1/4 inch air ratchet here, and I've got the high-speed Milwaukee ratchet. I've got the big ass 2767, or I think that's what this thing is called, or 2727, or whatever the frick this thing is called. Yeah, 2767. Not bad for an old man. And it's a beast. That thing is a beast, both in power and weight. I bet that thing weighs 3 times what my impact weighs, my air impact, and is about as powerful. But, so there's the weight thing. So what do I use air for? Well, on this Fiero here, last time I used it, and I haven't put anything up, I was bleeding the brakes. And I used an air bleeder for it. So I used air for that. I have one of these super cheapy Chinesium plasma cutters off of Amazon. I need air for that. That thing is, pretty doggone handy. It really is. It really is. And you need air for that. Again, though, but that doesn't need a whole lot of air. Bleeding brakes might need a little bit more air and the compressor will run, but losing a little pressure isn't going to be that big of a deal. So, to make this long video, rambling video, come to a conclusion, do you need a air compressor in 2027 or 2024, whatever the year is? I would say it depends, but I would say that most hobby shops, which is what this is a hobby shop, an old retired man tinkering out here pretty much on a daily basis. I don't need a big air compressor. The one I've got is probably overkill. There's a couple times I cuss it, but then I could use, again, electric tools to do it. The things that I need pure air for, and there isn't another way around it, I could get by with a smaller one than the one I had. So anyway, that's my 2 bits on it, and we will go from there. Talk at you later.